Hi, this is Chuck Oliver. Welcome to this week's Hidden Wealth Solution Review. Imagine eliminating economic uncertainty to your serious retirement savings and insulating yourself from the IRS around these absolutely higher taxes that are coming. Well, folks, it's time. It's time to address this. And I want to go through a very simple acronym I've been teaching and I've been writing about in my books for years. And TIME is a simple acronym. The T is that taxes are heading higher. And there is no question. So even with Trump getting reelected, there is no question that when the Tax Cut and Jobs Act comes down and it sunsets, we reviewed this with a client just this past week, that her taxes will increase by over 10%. In fact, many people are predicting under the Biden tax plan, depending on what your income is or your retirement income is, taxes are going to go up anywhere from 9 to 21%. So it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. The I is for inflation. Inflation is going up, folks. In fact, you've got Forbes, who's come out and said that, Steve Forbes, that said, under a Biden presidency, we will likely see a stagflation period like we saw stagflation before, which was just astronomical inflation, folks. And the cost of goods and services goes up very, very quickly. So in order for us to be able to have the same standard of living, we have to draw more out of our retirement accounts to get to the higher net that's needed because of things being more expensive, which pushes people into a higher tax bracket and paying higher taxes, and then threatens, right, the preservation of that account that they're pulling money from. The M stands for market volatility. Clearly, we're starting to see volatility creep in. In fact, the volatility index, known as the VIX, is now at its highest level in the last 3 months. And so we're going to see these 500 to 1,000 point swings up and down. And I want to teach you that there's strategies where you can have upside without downside, that you actually benefit from more volatility. You don't run the risk of obviously taking a big hit, right? I think a client sharing with me routinely from all around this country, Chuck, I can't afford another go around. I've got to insulate my income, right, from major market swings, my serious savings from being taxed to death. And clearly, market volatility is here to stay, especially as we get running right up to this election, which is less than 2 months away. And the E is for economic uncertainty. We are seeing more and more economic uncertainty from states and cities needing more taxes, to the uncertainty of the relationship we have with trade with China. And we've got all this craziness that's going on, right, with this pandemic. How soon people are going to get back to work, how many more the unemployment rate, how much lower can it go? And getting more stimulus that's likely just around the corner, and how that'll impact getting this economy back on its feet. Because again, what's driving the returns in the market, when we're really driving this economy, is consumption. People making more, wages going up, and the ability, obviously, for companies to be more profitable because everybody's prospering. Folks, those things are all in question right now. Don't allow your serious savings to be sideswiped, right? Or by socialists, or socialists to come in and swindle serious tax from you. We've got an important decision, right, to make, and who runs this country. And the time to protect our money is don't wait till after the election. Look to be sure that you have market and protection and tax protection, especially market correction protection, ahead of the election. Simply go to retirementprotected.com. That's retirementprotected.com, and attend my wealth protection webinar, where I'll teach you what the ultra wealthy do. I'll teach you the traps to retirement, the solutions of the top criteria to protect yourself, to have upside without downside, and how, ironically, volatility outperforms the market when you're in the right engineer design for your serious savings. I think of Kevin from California. He not only took the educational opportunity to learn from my webinar, but he was actually able to save, he and his wife, $91,000 in taxes in 2020 by applying one of the strategies that's in the Tax Cut and Jobs Act that he and his wife qualify for. And if you may qualify for that too, be sure to learn what I'll teach this Tuesday. We're also able to help him create a rich man Roth, or what we call the Roth alternative, where he was actually able to create a $100,000 tax-free retirement income that does not subject him to federal, state, or Social Security taxes. No downside, only upside as well to get through these crazy times as we get through this election as well as the economy going forward. Folks, you've worked hard for your money. Let's get to work. Retirementprotected.com, retirementprotected.com.